Well, you can clearly see where we are at, and I've got to do a bunch of sanding all over the glass that we've laid down over the seams here, and then we go to fairing, and then hopefully fiberglass. If you'll notice, mostly I was concentrating on feathering those edges so that they don't leave much of an imprint below the next level. And here I've used a mostly straight 2x4 to give me an idea of the shape of the keel so that I can determine whether I need to fill in any low spots or sand down any higher spots. And it looks like we're almost there, just a little more work here and that'll get it. Holy cow, what is this? Focus. Don't worry about that boat right now. Let's worry about this boat. All right, and here's where we are at. I filled in some low spots on this side with some of that two-part epoxy fairing compound by Total Boat. It's a good product. You've seen me use it before. A couple of spots on the keel and kind of built out some of these seams a little bit to the side where they're lowest. And there's gonna be more sanding. And next, after we sand this, guess what, boys and girls? It is time to lay down some glass. That's right, fiberglass the entire hull. And then more fairing and sanding and, you know, I mean, it's not gonna stop. We're another step closer. By the end of this coming week, should be glassed, faired, primed, and maybe even a coat of top coat here. We'll see what happens. Everybody pray for me. I'm showing you all of this sanding just to make a point. If you're going to take on a project like this, you'd better have a good sander, a lot of sanding discs, and a lot of patience, because you're going to be sanding. Constantly sanding. It never stops. There's no end to it. It feels like you're going to be sanding for the rest of your life. With every layer of fiberglass we add, that's another layer that's built up. So when we try to sand down to the contours that we want, we have more material to sand through, and we can leave the rest of it somewhat unsanded so that we build up the product where we want it, thereby making the shape of our hull more uniform on both sides. Does that sound stupid?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to get the angle.
Here we're going to add a layer of chop strand mat to the bow of the boat. That's going to build it up and add some thickness and give me some more material to sand away so I get that perfect shape, or as close to perfect as I can get it. The important thing to remember here is to get the kind of chop strand mat that's built to accept epoxy. It's not all that common. It's not used a whole lot in epoxy layups, but the stuff that binds the fibers together, the glue or esters that they use, it's got to be able to accept epoxy. Otherwise, it won't wet out properly. So just pay attention if you're going to use it and get the right stuff. Who's there? Here's where we are at. The entire boat is covered in fiberglass. Several layers. The bow is thickest. Pretty certain I can hit a log with this thing and come out on the other end just fine. The keel has been overlapped enough times that it's got 6 layers of fiberglass on it. The bow has got 5 layers of fiberglass on it. The chines have got 4 layers of fiberglass, and the thinnest part is the actual sides of the boat. This boat is very much like a fine Persian rug. It's not perfect. I don't know if you knew that about Persian rugs. They intentionally make them not perfect because only God can make the perfect rug. At least that's the legend, how I heard it. But I did not intentionally make this boat imperfect. That's just how it is. In the next video, we're gonna paint it, flip it, get the inside work done to it. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna use for power. I think you'll like that a lot. I've got just a couple of weeks to get this thing fully outfitted. All in all, the boat looks fine to me. It's definitely gonna be strong. It's definitely gonna get me where I'm going and put me on fish. I cannot wait to get this thing in the water. It is driving me nuts. Also, if you wanna catch me on Facebook, I got Blue Cat Marine Live on Facebook. TikTok is Fat Guy in a Little Boat. And I think that's all I'm doing. I don't really care about Instagram too much. Here comes a train. Y'all be good. We'll catch you on the next one.